Hey dear Pisces, get ready because 2025 is unlike anything you've experienced before. This is a special time, bringing powerful energies of transformation to you and the world around you. It's a period where your personal boundaries will expand, and it's time to step into the spotlight, showcasing a new version of yourself. Think of it as a social and financial elevator, but these aren't just handed to you. They're the fruits of your inner work and your courage. This year is about storming the summit, ascending to the peak of your own world, however grand that may sound. You'll be incredibly active, with a huge array of plans, goals, desires, and ambitions. Let's break down this forecast by life sector, and then by month. Self-development, personal achievements. To say you're in for massive opportunities in this sector is an understatement. Your primary focus for all of 2025 is self-development and personal achievements. This means stepping out, showing the world who you are, making long-cherished dreams a reality, and focusing on yourself in a new role. You'll conquer your own personal peaks. Along the way, you'll tackle the task of eliminating anything holding you back from your life, and you'll do it with firm, even tough, resolve. You'll feel an urgent need to focus on yourself, almost like breathing. Anything impeding your progress will feel like a physical constriction, and you'll exert maximum effort to remove these obstacles. Your desire for success and recognition will be red hot. Anything mundane, pragmatic, or domestic will infuriate you, as if someone's asking you to do chores instead of climbing mountains. From January 2025 through July 2026, the North Node, Rahu, also called the Node of the Future, will transit your honest house of self and identity. This is the sector of expanded opportunities and favorable directions for growth. The North Node will broaden your personal horizons, offering a new social role that will be relevant until mid-2026. This period will make you more ambitious, driven, and ready to fight for your place in the sun. But your battles won't be with others, they'll be with yourself. You'll emerge stronger and more radiant, discovering new facets of your personality and shining brighter in the world. This is a time of popularity, charisma, and high demand. People will notice you, single you out, and seek you out. This often brings new jobs, promotions, successful public roles, increased professional authority, or even a new profession. You'll step into a new role within society or your family. You'll want to focus on yourself, doing what you've long desired. It's a period of healthy egoism. You'll actively seek to remove people who weigh you down or hinder your progress. You'll feel an intense need for personal space, not just a want, but a true necessity. Other areas of life might become less significant to you. You might not feel as inclined to care for others, and even your personal relationships might take a back seat. Your main goal this year is to show the world, and yourself, who you are. During such periods, we pay more attention to our appearance and style. We try to align our external image with our ambitions, often leading to more spending on expensive clothes, jewelry, and self-care, aiming to look our best and most presentable. However, for truly grand success, you'll have to work hard this year, as Saturn, the Lord of Karma, still holds you in its grip. Although it will briefly exit your sign this year, offering a taste of easier achievements, it hasn't fully released you yet. 2025 is an excellent year for self-development in all its forms. Learning a new profession, self-promotion, showing the world your capabilities, and embracing a new social role, perhaps a new job or a completely new direction in your career. Recall the period from June 2006 to December 2007, the last time the North Node was in your sign. What were your desires, ambitions, and achievements then? This year carries a similar energy. The primary highlights on your path to self-mastery will be the solar and lunar eclipses of 2025, specifically March 14th, September 7th, and September 21st. There's another eclipse in 2025, but it impacts a different sector of your chart. Your astrological advice for 2025: don't wait around, act. Push through, no matter what. Make those long-held desires a reality. Remember, this is your time. Personal life, relationships. For your sign, this is a distinct zone of transformation for all of 2025 and into 2026. In January 2025, the South Node, Ketu, also known as the Node of the Past, or accumulated karma, enters your relationship sector and stays there until late July 2026. This means significant changes and transformations are inevitable in this area. The nature of these changes will depend on the decisions you made in your partnerships between June 2006 and December 2007, and again from November 2015 to May 2017. What does this mean in practice? If you entered a relationship during one of those periods, it will now undergo a serious transformation. It will either evolve into something qualitatively different, or it might end. Why? The Ketu transit in your relationship sector in 2025 challenges you to find a new, deeper meaning or reason for being in your current relationships. Usually, we enter relationships for a specific purpose: to solve personal problems, overcome loneliness, address financial needs, or to start a family. We understand why we're there. But in 2025, you'll need to discover a new reason, a new meaning, a new idea for why you continue to be in these relationships. The old reasons, the ones you had when you first entered the relationship, are no longer valid. They've lost their significance. So, if the original reason is gone, you must find a new one. This applies to your personal life, friendships, and business partnerships. The old reasons, be it an emotional void, financial practicality, or the ease of raising a child together, are no longer relevant. You've changed, your partner has changed, life circumstances have changed. Now, you need to find a new reason to stay together. Simply sticking around out of habit won't work. If you don't actively think about why you're in a relationship and give it conscious thought, serious problems can arise: quarrels, misunderstandings, and various difficulties. But as soon as you find your answer, your personal life will become significantly smoother. If you don't find this new reason, the relationship might end. Again, this applies to personal, friendly, and business connections. Your collaborations and interactions with others will undergo significant transformations throughout 2025. For example, in business, you might have been afraid to start your own venture due to lack of resources or experience. But now you've accumulated all that and want to go solo. Joint ventures might no longer suit you. In friendships, relationships might dissolve because you and your friend have both changed, and your goals and interests now diverge significantly. The common ground that brought you together might no longer exist. This could manifest physically, like you or your friend moving away. In your work life, this might mean parting ways with a long-term colleague or boss. In personal life, it can be more complex and emotional. You might frequently ask yourself, should I continue this relationship? The transit of the karmic lunar nodes during this period emphasizes focusing on yourself, your goals, and your development. It's your path to the summit, meaning personal relationships, especially in love, become less central. This year, you'll want to shed anything that slows you down, even if it's people. You'll seek to understand who you are, what you're worth, and what you deserve, entirely independent of a relationship. The emotional need for a partner's material, emotional, or psychological support that you once had is gone. You now feel like a complete, strong, and self-sufficient individual. This often doesn't bode well for long-term established relationships. You might feel as if your partner is stealing something from you: your best years, time, energy, resources, or even your dreams. Remember, any relationship that ends during this period, whether personal, friendly, or business, is always for your highest good. This doesn't mean you should actively try to end relationships. Rather, if circumstances unfold that way, know that it's simply time for those paths to diverge. Often, during such transits, a new partner enters your life. Again, this could be in personal, friendly, or business spheres. This new partner will perfectly suit your current needs and expectations. Sometimes, you simply distance yourself from your partner, losing interest and becoming engrossed in your own life and affairs. Remember, your motto for 2025 is to focus on yourself. Changes in this sector are unavoidable, but how they play out is unique to each person. The key to preserving relationships is to find your own reason, your own answer to, why am I in this relationship? What benefit do I gain? Why do I need this? What need does my partner fulfill in my life? Key events in your relationship sector will occur around the solar and lunar eclipses of 2025, March 14th and September 25 March. Note, the original text mentions 3 eclipses affecting relationships, but lists only 2 dates that clearly fit this description within the provided forecast. I will stick to the explicitly stated dates: home, family, real estate. From mid-2023 through 2024, the North Node, Rahu, was in your income and resources sector. The universe intended for you to learn to rely solely on yourself, both literally and figuratively. This meant developing your career, growing your own business, or learning a high-earning profession. It was a time to break free from financial dependence on others and eliminate debts. Now, in 2025, this desire for personal income and self-sufficiency will become a necessity. Saturn and Neptune are entering your finance and resources sector. While their initial visit is brief, they'll settle in permanently from 2026. However, even in 2025, you'll contend with these energies, which are quite contradictory. The conjunction of Saturn and Neptune is fascinating. Saturn represents rigid matter, cold calculation, responsibility, compression, and stone, the most material energy, but in terms of stark realities, not expansion. Neptune is the most spiritual energy, representing soul, spirit, fantasy, faith, and ideals. These 2 planets entering your finance sector mean that, on one hand, you'll face financial realities and restrictions. You might feel a weight of financial obligations, but on the other hand, this powerful blend of energies allows you to achieve what you've long dreamed of in the material world. Neptune symbolizes dreams and ideals, and when combined with the grounded energy of Saturn, it enables you to manifest your desires through hard work and creativity, both intellectual and emotional. This opens up almost limitless material possibilities. However, honesty in all financial dealings is crucial. You'll avoid wasting time and strive for maximum productivity. This is also a time of financial responsibility, so pay all bills, fines, and taxes on time. A significant financial culmination or a deal related to income, buying, or selling will happen around the March 29th eclipse in this sector. The unique Saturn-Neptune conjunction in your finance sector, 2025 and 2026, creates an energy where an idea, when it possesses the mind and feelings, turns into matter. For you, this means you can manifest what you've dreamed of in the material world, like making a long-desired purchase. Both planets challenge you to find your own energetic flow, to discover a way to earn enough to live the lifestyle you've always envisioned. Your astrological advice for finances and resources in 2025. Spend money only on things that can potentially bring you more profit. For example, buying an expensive suit makes sense if it boosts your confidence and helps you achieve a higher position and income. But if it's just for looks, it might not be a wise investment. Invest in what will potentially increase your income and profit. It's crucial this year to manage your financial budget, avoiding chaotic or irrational spending. Have clear financial plans and save money. Saturn approaching your 12th house tells you, save money, save resources, invest them in something. Invest in your development, in your future, not just in frivolous items. As you can see, you'll have many opportunities and tasks in 2025. Monthly breakdown, 2025. January. The year starts with intense energies. A Mars-Pluto opposition. This fierce tension, which began in late 2024, continues actively. It's a time of struggle, rebellion, and global fury. However, Mars, the planet of action, will be retrograde, affecting your 5th and 6th houses. Be cautious in everyday matters. Retrograde Mars here brings tension and irritability in daily tasks, work, and household matters, creating an overall feeling of upheaval. You'll crave peace and comfort, but the circumstances won't allow it. Meanwhile, Venus enters your sign, leading you to retreat into your fantasies, feeling an inner readiness to fulfill your dreams no matter what. Expect an important event related to your creative projects or children, perhaps an invitation to a celebration, especially around mid-month. February. Venus begins its retrograde loop, which will later impact your honest and twand houses. This brings a slight discomfort or dissatisfaction with yourself. It's a time to reevaluate your values, asking, am I happy with myself? Am I effective? Am I self-sufficient? Do I value myself? We often reassess our self-image, wanting to improve our appearance to match our grand strategic goals. We also review our financial habits, spending, and savings, realizing that our income level is directly linked to our self-esteem and ambitions. You'll make changes to your daily routine, focusing more on self-care. The new moon on February 28th marks a new annual cycle for you, a reboot of your life program for the entire year. March. Venus turns retrograde from March 1 to April 13th. Avoid investing in projects related to Venus's functions, beauty, luxury, style, pleasure. This is not the time for large purchases, as that expensive, beautiful item might later disappoint you. Avoid drastic changes to your appearance. Instead, revisit a past style. Venus retrograde often brings excess back into your life, not always to rekindle, but for you to draw conclusions and make final decisions. Your tastes and preferences in both clothing and food might shift. On March 23rd, a new long-term Venus cycle begins in your finance and resources sector, marking a crucial moment to make a strategic decision about your financial future. This decision will be long-lasting, with full results manifesting by 2029. This is also a time to realize that your income and financial security are directly linked to your self-esteem, and vice versa. You'll set a goal, like buying a home or earning a specific amount, and truly believe you can achieve it. This is about self-respect. You'll demand it, removing people and circumstances that devalue you or your achievements. On March 29th, a solar eclipse in your finance and resources sector is the last in this series for your twand house, closing a long-standing financial issue or situation that began years ago. This eclipse will bring a specific event, like a change in your income source, switching banks, or moving your savings. April. This remains a tense time with another Mars-Pluto opposition, creating a sense of struggle, both externally and internally. A full moon in your 8th house, shared finances, debt, major purchases, brings closure to issues related to shared property, large investments, or debts. This could involve social payments, compensation, inheritance, or alimony, or a major purchase using joint funds or a loan. If your work involves managing others' money, be careful, as errors are possible. A new moon in your 3rd house brings new paths, interests, social circles, and learning opportunities. Expect paperwork, car-related issues, buying, insurance, and a dynamic, busy month. Your ruling planet, Neptune, enters Aries on March 31st, strongly impacting you in April. This shift brings a renewed need for self-identification. You might see everything before as not enough, and now feel awakened, recognizing your true value and potential, ready to ascend to your own summit. May. Mars in your 6th house brings a lot of activity and hustle in daily routines and work. You'll feel constantly busy, with diverse responsibilities. You'll dedicate much attention to your appearance and well-being. A full moon in your 9th house brings clarity and closure to travel plans, international deals, documents, and education or exams. Legal matters might resolve. and you'll see results from intellectual work, online ventures, or academic pursuits. Clarity also comes to your adult child's personal life. A new moon in your 4th house, home, family, residence, brings new beginnings. New opportunities for family members, resolutions concerning real estate or property documents. You'll feel a significant easing in these matters. As Saturn briefly exits your sign this month, you'll feel the burden lift, as if a heavy stone has been removed, offering a temporary but welcome relief. June. Venus enters your 3rd house, making it a time for successful purchases, profitable deals, and income from mediating, commercial, or informational activities. You'll feel calmer overall. A full moon in your 10th house, status, career, achievements, brings an event that impacts your status, perhaps marriage, a profitable deal, or career success. You'll achieve results you've worked hard for. Jupiter, the planet of abundance, enters your 5th house, finally forming a fortunate aspect to your sign. This opens up vast opportunities in work, creativity, and projects. Expect joyful events with your children. This is a time of passion and enthusiasm, whether for a project, life itself, or your own success. You might also find yourself drawn to a vibrant, charismatic person, bringing new romance. You might attend prestigious events, concerts, or celebrations. July. Expect tension in long-term, established relationships. Accumulated grievances and dissatisfaction might erupt into open discussions. Remember, finding your reason for being in the relationship will bring calm. This applies to personal, friendly, and business relationships. The close alignment of Saturn and Neptune will be strongly felt, opening a new chapter in your financial and material life. You can finally manifest what you've long dreamed of, but you'll also feel strong responsibility for past financial mistakes. A full moon in your 11th house brings closure to group projects, courses, or events, and clarity to your future plans and personal life. A new moon in your 6th house brings changes to your daily routine, work schedule, studies, or travel that directly impact your daily life. August. This is a month of situations maturing for resolution in September, specifically around relationships, love, feelings, or finances. Changes in your key partner's lives will involve you, leading to shifts in your social agreements and how you interact. You might feel a need for a pause before taking decisive action, gathering strength. This is an excellent time for solitude and rest in nature, away from the city's hustle. You'll be willing to make temporary peace agreements to achieve harmony and tranquility. September. This is a highly significant month for you. On September 7th, a lunar eclipse in your sign, your honest house, brings profound internal and external changes. Others will notice your transformation as your public persona shifts. Long-standing issues will close out. On September 20 honest, a solar eclipse in your partnership sector brings events that will change your relationships with others. This is a crucial, potentially fated time, where you might feel a confluence of circumstances or the need to make final decisions. Intense planetary configurations, Mars opposing Saturn and Neptune, Mars squaring Pluto, will acutely highlight issues of money, resources, property, self-sufficiency, and self-worth. September will be a wake-up call, laying the groundwork for future developments. Everything happening now is vital, impacting not just your present, but your future. October. Your focus remains on finances, but with a lighter touch. A very fortunate aspect impacting your financial axis will show you that even past financial losses or mistakes were ultimately for your benefit. If you once blamed others for what was taken from you, best years, time, energy, you'll now realize it all happened for a reason, teaching you valuable lessons and making you self-sufficient and strong. October brings positive financial shifts, a new high-paying job, resolution of social payments or profitable deals. November. This is a time for assessment and results, focusing on your personal development, documents, learning, travel, or legal matters. You'll gain clarity in thoughts and plans, putting many affairs in order, including legal ones. Expect reports, documentation, exams, visa applications, or other permits. Visits to government agencies or bureaucratic issues might arise. Despite the many practical tasks, the overall energy will be one of being in love with what you do, an idea, or a person. New plans and inspirations will emerge. December. A full moon in your 4th house and a new moon in your 10th house highlight the fundamental axis of your chart: home, family, and career. December is a month of results and final stages for important matters related to your home, real estate, family, or career. This is an ambitious and fruitful month where you'll achieve something to be proud of for a long time. You'll truly be able to praise yourself for the journey you've completed throughout the entire year. This is a brief overview for your 2025. As always, we'll dive into more detailed monthly forecasts on my channel. All the best, dear Pisces! If this forecast was helpful to you, put a like and press the bell. Subscribe to the Zodiac Soul Insights channel and get a plus in karma from the universe. Share in the comments. Was this forecast helpful to you, and how much coincides with your events? See you in the next video. May the stars be on your side.